On YouTube, A Crown, the Three Ranger Bros council member, is the creator of The Author's Crown. These are his stories. Hey there, everyone. My name's Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, aka the Merc with Mouth, aka too many names to name off. You ever wonder what it's like to fly around in a Tardis? I did. So I decided to borrow one. Now I'm traveling anywhere I feel like. So sit back and relax as A Crown writes about my awesome escapades in Deadpool's annoyingly amazing adventures in the multiverse. We really shouldn't have taken this, one voice said in my head. Why not? It'll be fun. Anywhere and anywhen for us to go, the other voice replied. I flipped the switch and the TARDIS came to a stop as I said, yeah, and we just reached our first stop. Ooh, this is going to be amazing, the second voice said. I walked over to the door, opened it, and peeked my head out. As I did, I seen red lights flashing in a very sleek-looking hallway. Suddenly, a group of people, all in similar black or red uniforms, held up weapons, shouting, "Halt!" A bald man in a similar uniform stepped forward and said, "Identify yourself." I turned towards him and replied, "Hey, Professor, it's me, Deadpool. You know, Merc with a Mouth, X-Force, Wolverine's bestie. I can't believe it. You can walk." I'll say it once. Stop the incoherent nonsense and identify yourself, or we will be forced to stun you and lock you in the brig, the man says sternly. Okay. Wade Wilson, captain of the SS Roller Coaster of Fun, reporting for duty, sir, I answer. I've had enough. Stun him, Commander Worf, the man says to a large black man with a ridgy head and a yellow uniform with a metallic-looking sash draped over his chest. Hey, I surrender. Take it easy, Rocky Dennis, I say right before he blasts me. I fell to the ground as the first voice in my head said, I told you this was a bad idea. I wake up with my swords and pistols gone. I walk up to the large window in front of me and say, Hey, why did you take my stuff? I see a man nearby and I said, Hey, I'm talking to you, buddy. He ignores me and does something in front of him. I pound on the window and yell, Hey, don't you know who I am? Haven't you read New Mutants 98 or seen Deadpool and Wolverine? Everybody has. I'm an icon, man. The man got up from his seat and left. Geez, that guy has no taste, one of the voices in my head said. Then, a short time later, the bald man and the commander named Worf walked up to the window and looked at me. Charles, I still can't believe you can walk, I said as they approached it. Big mouth. It would be wise for you to be quiet and listen to the captain, Worf says to me. So serious. I swear, you're a bigger buzzkill than Buzz Killington. I peeked towards the listeners and said, Yeah, Ryder's a big Family Guy fan, so we stole the joke. What of it? Marvel owns us both anyways. The bald captain looked at me with a serious expression on his face and said, I demand you tell me up how you ended up on my ship. Who am I to carry on an argument with you? I say, and finally answer. Okay, so I stole a time machine from David Tennant and accidentally crashed into your ship. What can you do? I don't have my license. You expect me to believe such nonsense? The captain says. For once, it's the truth, I reply. Then as we are talking, the alarm starts blaring. A young man rushes in and says, Captain Picard, Romulan warship just entered our airspace and has fired warning shots. To the bridge, Wesley. I'm on my way. Tell number 1 to ready all stations, Picard says. As he runs off, Commander Worf looks at the other man and tells him, Keep an eye on him. The captain will be back to get his answers. I let my mask to my nose and stick my tongue out at him, and he scowls at me. I pace for a while, and the guard looks at me, and after a few minutes, the ship begins to shake. What was that? The guard asks. I look up and say, What's the matter? You new and don't recognize torpedo fire? It's on most of the episodes. What are you talking about? No, I know torpedo fire. That's something different, he says. Let me out. I can help, I say. A voice over the speaker says, Red alert, Spatial anomaly imminent. The man hits some buttons on the console and my cell opens while he says, "Don't make me regret this." "Oh, you will. Now where's my stuff?" I say as I walk out stretching. "A spatial anomaly, huh? I think we had one of those at the X-Force Christmas party." "No, you buffoon. A spatial anomaly is like something to do with the fabric of space and time." "Meh, science, boring. Let's get out of here. I want to go somewhere with swords next," the voice said. "Good idea. Let's get back to the Tardis," I say as I skip away. Meanwhile, completely tuning out the guard telling me where my stuff was, he rolled his eyes and then just left. As I skipped my way down the hallway, I soon found an open room and seen my stuff sitting there. I entered the room and I'm met by Commander Worf, who says, "Stop right there." I turn and say, "This ship enough for the both of us?" "What are you talking about?" I pull out my sword and say, "Let's do this, Highlander style." I charge, yelling, "Hi-ya!" He readies himself, but the ship shakes and I fall flat on my face. "I don't have time for this." He heads back down the hallway. I get up and say, "Well, that was anticlimactic. What, didn't know how to write me fighting a Klingon?" I get up and brush myself off and make my way back towards the TARDIS. I enter it and start flipping random toggles and switches. I make random noise like shoo shoo zzz. TARDIS springs to life and starts to vanish from sight. I sat on the bridge as the computer described the anomaly. Commander Riker tells me, "Captain, we're picking up another signal. Bring it on the screen," I say. The image appears and it's the strange blue box. I say, "What is that mad fool doing?" I look as the red-suited man peeks his head out of a door and yells, "See you later, Charles. It's been fun. Kirk is still better," as he vanishes into the portal. And that's the story for today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you like what you heard today, stay tuned for some awesome things to check out on the Zeo to Hero Network. And thank you for listening to The Author's Crown. Hey, what are you listening to? Do you know the Baker Rangers? The Baker Rangers? The Baker Rangers. Yes, I know the Baker Ranger. Who makes the podcast on Spotify? Well, it's the YouTube of the Baker Rangers. The Baker Rangers? The Baker Rangers. We should listen to the Baker Rangers. Do you enjoy podcasts? Do you enjoy listening to two brothers arguing and rambling about a specific topic? Then Zeo to Hero is the podcast for you. Listen to them nerd out about anything from Power Rangers to crippling toy addictions to computer stuff for the low price of free. But hurry, this deal will only last for an unlimited time, so subscribe now.